friends, welcome to Taste to Explore. My name is Darlene. Now on this episode I am so thrilled to be showing you how to make a black beans and quinoa burger. So delicious, guys. Listen, you're not going to even miss the beef out of here. You are not. Now everything I'm going to be showing you is simple and it tastes so good. It's a vegetable burger, but it's not vegan because I do have 2 eggs that I'm going to be using to binding everything all together. If you want, you can omit the eggs, but chances are your burger will fall apart because there's nothing to bind it, and that's just preference. If you want it to make it total vegan, you can, and if not, this is easy and simple and delicious to enjoy. So now let's walk over to the really basic ingredients. I might even add a few more stuff because honestly this is so easy and so versatile. You don't even need to use the only vegetables that I have here. You can play around with it and enjoy, have fun, be creative in the kitchen. So now let's begin. Alright my friends, so now let's begin. I'm going to be using my food processor for this because it's easier to do. So right here I'm going to be putting in a few ingredients. First things first is I have just a bunch of cilantro. You can put as much as you want. That's how easy it is. It goes by your taste. So if you like cilantro like that, put a lot. And if you don't, hold it back or just omit it completely. Now right here I also have some fresh garlic. Love me some garlic. I'm using 6 cloves. You can use as much as you like. If you don't like that much garlic, then don't go heavy like I do. But I love it, so I like to go heavy. Then I'm going to put in, I just chopped in half so that way I can clean out a red bell pepper. Delish. And I'm using also a red onion that I had just peeled, cut in half and cleaned. You can use white, you can use whatever onion you like. I mean, it's not too hard. So I am going to blend these ingredients together first. And it kind of resembles like salsa a little bit, which that's what I want. I want everything to be in small chunks because you don't want to have to be biting on a large onion or anything like that. Alright, so after you finish the first part that we have processed, now we're going to do the mushrooms. Now you can use whatever mushroom you want. All you're going to do is just rinse them off and put them right in here. Simple as that. Now the reason why I like to use mushrooms is because they have such a wonderful beefy flavor. Once you cook down these mushrooms, the flavor intensifies, and then as it mixes through our mixture here, our vegetable mixture, it becomes insanely delicious. It kind of gives you a beefy flavor, like if you're biting into a real beef burger. So I personally love it. If you don't like mushrooms, you can totally omit it. But why would you? I mean, it's simply delicious, and it just makes this vegetable burger just hit the roof. I mean, it's delicious. So now we're just going to mix this all together. Alright my friends, so this is the last of my mushrooms that I had ground up, and I'm putting it in the same bowl. And I put it in the first bowl with my first batch that I did with the onions and stuff, because it's just going to cook all together. So that is okay. Alright guys, so still continuing using your food processor. Don't rinse it off. It still has plenty of flavor going on here. So next I have 1 pound of black beans that I had cooked myself. Since I'm cooking this for me and my household, I decided to do 1 pound bag. I can save some for lunch the next day. You know, this will feed more than enough people. And this freezes great. This is great for leftovers. I mean, you don't have to have it as a burger. You can just have the patty on its own. It's delicious and it is marvelous. So I'm just going to put all this in here. And I see that there's some liquids in the bottom, so I'm just being careful that I don't put in here any liquids, because I don't want my beans to be too mushy. Alright guys, so this is my beans. You see there's some mushy and some chunky. I like texture, so I have the combination of both. I didn't overly ground this, as you can see. But if you don't have a food processor, it's okay. You can use a fork or a potato masher. That will do the job just fine. Alright my friends, so right here I have 2 tablespoons of olive oil heating up on my skillet. And if you don't have olive oil, of course you can use vegetable oil, canola oil, corn oil, whatever you have. That's flavorless. And my oil's just heated up just a tad bit. Alright my friends, so it's gonna take about maybe like 10 minutes or so just for everything to get nice and cooked through, just to remove the raw bite of the onions and garlic. And alright friends, so at this point this is done. It smells so good. Wow, unbelievable. So now after this is done, we can just combine it with our bean mixture. Alright friends, I'm going to combine this together and make sure that you either allow this mixture to fully be cooled off completely before you put your eggs in here. The eggs are going to be last until this is fully cooled down. But we're just going to combine. Alright my friends, so next we're going to put some quinoa in there. Totally delicious and super healthy. You can substitute it for brown rice. You can substitute it for white rice if you want. And this is cooked, by the way, 2 cups. So we're going to put all this in here. And just mix to combine. Alright, so next I have a seasoning blend. Now you can use whatever you like, but this one works well for me. So I have black pepper to taste. I have cumin. I'm using a half a teaspoon. Use according to your taste, because cumin can be really overpowering. I also have ground oregano. I use 1 teaspoon of that. And I'm using Adobo, which is a seasoning salt. It has a lot of sodium in there, so use it according to your taste. This is my blend that works well for me, and I simply love it. It goes good. So I'm just going to mix everything to combine. Now that my black bean mixture had cooled off completely, make sure that happens before you put your eggs in there. So I'm just going to scramble it up right here. Makes it much easier to combine. And you make sure that it also tastes well. You taste for seasoning and everything is ready to go. Because once you put the egg in here, you don't want to give it a taste again until everything is all done. Going to mix this to combine. This is just going to be like our glue. Okay, perfect. And now our breadcrumbs. This is going to help it thicken up. And right now I'm starting off with 1 cup. It all depends how much you're going to need. Sometimes 2 cups, sometimes even 3. So we're going to see. Alright, so you see how nice and firmed up it's turning out to be. 2 cups seems to be a good amount. If you feel that yours came out still a little loose, not as firm as this, add more breadcrumbs. It's just as simple as that. This is just going to help it firm up and being able to mold it so that way it can be nice and stiff as we cook it. So this needs time to rest and set in the refrigerator. When this cools off even more so, it gets really nice and stiff. So this needs to be in the refrigerator at least an hour or two, preferably overnight. You know, it's always best to leave it overnight. Intensifies the flavors and it will be nice. So you're just gonna start shaping them out. Now essentially you can make any size burgers you want. They're not going to shrink when you cook them. So make them big, make them small. You don't even have to eat it with bread. You can have it on its own with a salad. This, my friends, it is so delicious. Perfect. I mean, the seasonings are just right on. So I'm going to make a nice, decent size patty. Like I said, they're not going to shrink. And then that's it. You just shape them up to your desired size. And I want a nice little plumpy burger. And then that's it. Alright, my friends, so in my pan that I had recently cooked one of these patties for lunch, I just put like 2 tablespoons of oil. It could be extra virgin olive oil, regular clear, non-flavorless oil will do. Like this is canola oil. So whatever non-flavorless oil will do. And you don't even have to fry it if you don't want to. You can bake it. But I like the fry touch to it. It gives it a nice little crispy coating. Alright, so make it nice and hot. I'll have it on medium high. And, you know, it's not like it's raw in the center because the only thing that might be raw in here is just the eggs. So it's really going to take really quick to cook this. Maybe like 4 or 5 minutes. I just want to get a nice sear on both sides. And then that's completely it. So between 3 to 4 minutes on one side, the same way on the other. I'm going to flip it and I'm going to show you how that looks. Alright, my friends, so I am ready to flip this bad boy right now. Just be really careful. And look at that nice crust going on there. Beautiful. Now you can eat this any way you want. I am going to put some cheese on it because cheese makes everything taste so good. So I have some American cheese on it. I'm going to wait. Put some baby spinach right on the bottom side. Delicious. So you're really getting a lot of protein and nutrients. You know, I'm using baby spinach. You can use whatever greens you want. Now I'm going to put my black bean burger right on top. Yum. This is to die for, guys. Let's do a quick little taste test. Alright guys, so this black bean and quinoa burger is fantastic. You guys really need to give this a try. Don't sleep on a veggie burger because they will knock your socks off. Truly, especially if you make it at home. And they're delicious. They're easy on your waistline, but yet they're so satisfying. And it's not heavy. Look how delicious that black bean burger looks. I mean, it looks like a beef burger. It really does. And there's so much flavors going on. It's ridiculous. It's delicious. Okay, now like I said, you can have it any way you want. But this right here tops it off. Wow. Phenomenal. If you want, you don't have to fry them. You can bake them. I will bake it on 350 and put a little oil in the pan, bake it, and flip it over 10 minutes on each side. You should be good to go. But this, my friends, It's so
Thank you so much, my
delicious.
friends, for joining me today in making this awesome veggie burger. I truly do hope that you give this a try. It's not hard. I know I made a lot because I used fresh beans. You can cut the recipe in half. It's very easy, very forgiving, super delicious. You're gonna love it. It stays well. The mixture stays well in the refrigerator for up to 5 days. But you can certainly freeze them and have it whenever. So it's it's a win-win situation. You're gonna love it, especially if you wanna watch your figure, watch what you eat. This is a perfect substitution for that burger craving that we all know and love, and you can have this and just feel guilt. I will leave you the links to my social media sites, so please come and check me out in my Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, and I will definitely leave you the measurements of this particular recipe down in the description box below, so give it a look and make it, and I hope to hear from you soon. Take care. Bye bye.